Hi, my name's Daniel Moore, and I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how to use the editor software. As you can see, I've created a demonstration page that will work very similarly to your dental office homepage. At the bottom of every web page, there's a button that says Admin Login. If I click that, I'll go ahead and put in my login information. And I'll be redirected back to the page that I was just on. So you'll see the URL is the same, which means that whenever we want to edit a page on our website, we simply go to that page, log in, and we'll be at the page that we want to edit. In this case, what you'll see is that there's a content pane on the left that has some controls, which we'll get to in just a moment. On the right is our web page with edit buttons next to all the content of the website that's editable. So for a quick demonstration, I'll show you. I'll go ahead and click the edit button here. There's a checkerboard overlay over this content that basically says that's the content that we're currently editing. And on the left, you see a text box that has all the content. This is where we make our changes. So I'll go ahead and say thank you for visiting our website. And the header I'll change to About Us. Okay, so that's how easy it is to make changes. You'll see at the top there the Save Changes button is now orange. At the bottom you'll also see that it says that this page has been altered. Remember to save. Now as soon as you save, the changes will be live, which means that anybody that visits the page after that will see that the updates that you've made. However, you don't have to save each time that you edit a certain piece of the website. So, for example, I can edit this. Maybe I'll talk about implants here. And again, none of this is going live until I click the Save Changes button. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now you'll see that this button is gray and that the page content is synced with the server. Okay, the other thing that I'm going to show you is how to insert an image into your website. So I'll go back here again, and what we want to do is put the cursor wherever we want the image to be inserted. So in this case, I'd like the image to be in between the header About Us and the content below. So in this case, generally the best thing to do is just put the cursor just before the content that you want it to show above or next to. So now that I'm there, I'm going to click Insert, Upload an Image. And currently there's no images on our website, so I'm going to go ahead and upload a new image. I'll click Browse. And I have an image here called Our Happy Patients. I'll go ahead and open that. There's a few options. Most of this can be left alone, but one thing that's very important is to type in some text that describes the image. That's important because Google likes to see, likes to be able to know what is on an image, and Google can't decipher an image unless there's some text associated with that. So I'll say, Our happy dental patients smiling and standing together. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and save that image. It will upload, and as soon as it does, a new window pops up, which allows us to insert the image into the page. So I'll go ahead and click that, and it gives us a few options. This is just like Microsoft Word or any word processor editor where you can insert the image as an image that floats to the side, to the right side, or it doesn't float at all. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and choose that. So I'll just click this, and you'll see the image is inserted just like that. One thing you'll notice is that the image scales to the size of the column, so that doesn't create any formatting problems. So for example, if I shrink the content pane on the left and the column size is larger, the image itself will be larger as well. Okay, So the other thing that you'll see is that in our editor content window, there's some new information that's put in. That's basically the code that tells the browser how to display the image. So you generally don't want to mess with that. If you ever wanted to remove this image from the content, you would simply select that and delete it. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Okay. So I'll close the editor. I'll save the changes. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is something that's also present in this page, which is the details about the page. So not just the page content, but the details about the page itself. That all shows up on the left again. The most important two things are going to be the page title. So the page that's in this case it's just demonstration page, which is not very descriptive, but you can come up with much more descriptive titles for your page. Generally, you want the titles to not be too long, but you do want them to be representative of what the content of the page is. So, for example, if it's about implants, you would say information about dental implants or something to that effect. The description, according to most search engines, should be about 155 characters long, which means it's not too long. And this is generally what shows up if you search for the web page. That'll show up as a description below the link in Google. So on the Google results page, they'll generally show the title and also the description. So the description is extremely important. Google will be able to create a description for your web page even if one is not present, but it's always better to have one present just in case. So in this case, I'm just going to type a small description. Okay, and generally we would want that to be a little bit longer and more descriptive, but for time purposes, I'm just going to keep it like that. The other thing that is very unique about our software is that we can set pages to expire. Now that doesn't actually do anything to the page. After the expiration date occurs, the page is still there, but it's a way to let us know that maybe it's time to update the content on the website. So for example, if in this content I said upcoming in November 2013, our staff will be participating in the Race for the Cure 5K run. Okay, so that's great, and it's great to give patients information about what your staff is doing, and it's also great to make sure that you're constantly having fresh content on the webpage. However, after November 2013, if a patient visited this website, they would say, it looks like the owners of the website can't really keep it up to date, and it looks a little cheap. So I'm going to close the editor, and under the information pane on the left, there's a section called Page Expiration Date. And so I'll go ahead and say November 30th, 2013. I'll set the expiration date for that. And after November 30th, 2013, we'll basically be notified by the software that there's a page that needs to be updated. And that way we can keep our content up to date. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, because the website looks a little bit different when you're in the editor versus when you're not in the editor, it's important to check and make sure that the content still looks good. So there's a link where you can show page as visitor, and that will just show you what the website would look like if you were not logged in. So I'm going to click that, and you'll see all the changes that we've made and what the website looks like. Um, the other way to see what the website would look like if you were not logged in is to simply log out. And I can do that right there. Okay, so that's all there is to it. And next time we'll show you some more features about how to create pages and how to edit your navigation.